Hello again. This time I would like to talk about the first day problems that immigrant may find after relocation and the ways to avoid them. This topic mostly related to an expat with a green card than anyone else. The most common reasons are unsystematic approaches, prejudice, indecisions, misconceptions, high self-esteem, and some others. I also found some of these problems here, and that's why I created this video. So let's start with the planning. Someone solved an unemployment problems pre-relocation. However, most of us don't have a clear understanding of the place they're gonna work and live. So I suggest at the very beginning to ask yourself what is really important to you. A good job and income somewhere in a small place or fun and nightlife in a big city. And I think that decision will come from your family status and your US friends location, as well as your character. I give you an example. Before relocation, I planned my income and expenses, place I gonna live, and even education I will apply for. However, most of my plans changed during lack of some local knowledge and a high self-esteem. So let's talk a little bit about the states. As any other country, the United States has its own rules. The most difference you may find in employment process, income taxes, applying some benefits, and the paperwork. So almost everything related to taxes, credit scores, and insurance. Well, maybe you may find another country that helps non-high educated expats more than US, but I have never heard about them. Like just few days after arrival, the US supported me with the free English and other language courses, some free professional education and free insurance before I can find a job. Many people don't know about these benefits that the government offers. The things that might be free or much cheaper for anyone who legally live here. Now let's talk about the prejudice, indecision and the high self-esteem. By listening other people's unlucky cases and bad moods, many of us starts to fear just before relocation, while other believes they can easily become a star in a Hollywood. Some are afraid to change their jobs or residence. I knew some people who were afraid even to make a credit card. So do not appeal to your friend who said something or promised to do so. Just go and ask himself, what if my friend is wrong and misleading me? Do not afraid to do any work in the very beginning, because it's rather to earn a 7,000 in first 3 months than burn them. And doesn't matter who you are, an engineer, a model, a manager or a businessman. For more than 90% of us, a good job is a few years journey. Here you need to know how to build yourself and sell yourself. Unfortunately, most of Europeans don't even think about it. I also thought that my English skills was enough to work in a good New York company with a nice salary, but I forgot that employment process and the workflow are two different things. Also, my problem is that 90% of time I spend in non-English environment, so I highly recommend you guys to find some local English speaking neighbors for at least first year. So here I'm going to put my recommendation in a two separate sections named before and upon arrival. So before arrival, make a list of what you will need and questions that you need to be solved before and after relocation. Make a bright resume, like I spent 2 months to make a good one, and start to look at job before arrival. Some useful links I will put in the description. Try to find someone like a friend or relative that can take you for a few days or look for apartment. Also try to find maximum from the web regarding the taxes, insurance and wages in the area you plan to go. Better if you will register on some online forums where you can ask your questions directly. Check some government programs and benefits in the places you planning to live. Look up the addresses of the places you're going to visit in the first few days, like a social security card center, department motor and vehicle, department of health, and etc. And be sure that you don't need any adapter for devices you're going to bring to US. And don't hesitate to ask any time you need. And upon arrival, in the first 2-3 days, you need to do a few essential things. In the USA, people and companies still like to use a general mail to send different notifications and documents, so you need to decide the place you want to live for the first 2-3 months. You are going to receive your SSN, driver license or ID, bank and insurance cards, and many other things via simple mail. Well, you can try to take a box in a post office, but that box has some limits and restrictions. By the way, you can not apply for many things without your social security number, so make it first. Also make a SIM card. I suggest to use AT&T. Take any job you can find, but remember the minimum wages in your area. And if you're not a professional English teacher, go and apply for free English courses. Also try to visit any parties where you can meet and speak with the locals. Make the driver's permit and register for the state exam. If you hold a bachelor degree, you may try to evaluate it. In this case, you will have something to show during the interviews. And last, in some places or using some agencies, you will be unable to rent an apartment without local credit histories. So try to find a room or something else on the Craigslist. Good luck!